Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my makeup routine for the days when I wear makeup. It's usually like 3 to 4 times a week because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm also going to be talking to you guys about the products that I'm using and why I'm using them, just so that if you guys are looking to buy any of the same products that I have, you understand why I like them, so you can cater that to whatever you want from your makeup. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, we are really close now. So to start off, I have pretty dry skin, primarily in my cheek area. My forehead and nose get a little bit oily from time to time, but for the most part I have dry skin. So the base product that I use is this Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. This is super light coverage, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, which from what I understand, it is really good if you have dry skin because it kind of like pulls out the moisture from the air and like pulls it to your skin, I guess. If you can tell, it's a little bit more like pink than my actual skin tone. So it's not a perfect shade match. Since it is so light coverage, I feel like it's okay that the shade match isn't perfect. I really like using a brush with this because I tried using a sponge, but I found that since it is so like thin and liquidy, it just absorbed everything into the sponge, so it really, like, nothing showed up on my skin. So I want there to be something, just not that much. I kind of do things in a weird order. So right after I do my foundation or base, I go in with my eyebrows instead of finishing the base. It's really weird. I'll like go back and forth. I'm not even going to try to talk while I do them because I will not be able to. So I'm just going to explain how I do them and then come back once they're done. I've recently been doing the soap brow trend. So I take literally just a bar of soap. This is like Dove or something like that. It's like scented, which I kind of don't like. I wish it wasn't scented. But I use that and I spray a little bit of water on it and then dip my spoolie into it so it gets a little bit of soap on there. And then I use that to kind of brush through my eyebrows to make them like stay in place, and also it kind of makes each of the hairs stick out, if that makes sense. This is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. This is probably like my 6th or something one. I go in with this and I kind of just draw in like little hairs. I don't do like strokes like that because then it just ends up looking like you like took a Sharpie and like drew a box around your eyebrows. Don't want to do that. And once I get them around the same shape, I just go in with a little bit of concealer. I just go underneath the brow and I just carve it out. So I'm going in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I like this concealer because it is full coverage, and a lot of people say that it's a dupe to Tarte Shape Tape, and I really liked Shape Tape and I have used it before in a lot of my videos. But the thing that I found with Shape Tape was that it's super drying, and like I said, my skin is super dry already. So it just made my under eyes look super cakey, and it really like sunk in to my under eyes and it did not look good. But I still really like the coverage of it. So since this e.l.f. concealer was like a dupe for it, I got it, and I got the hydrating kind. So they have the regular Camo Concealer and the hydrating. If you can tell, the match isn't perfect. It's just a little bit too yellow for me, and I like my under eyes to be a bit more brightening and highlighting-ish. A little bit right here on my forehead and on my chin. I have a lot of texture on my forehead in this area, so I don't try to put too much in because then it can also, like, if I'm highlighting it, it's also emphasizing that texture. So I don't want to do that, so I just put a little bit. Usually if I had the perfect shade, I wouldn't go in with this next step, but since I don't, I still have some Shape Tape from when I was using it. And this isn't the perfect shade for me. This is in light medium sand. And I just tap it like right in that darkest part. Right there. Like barely like half a dot. And then on this side as well. So I'm going in with this CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Powder. Kind of just press it in. And all I want it to do is set that concealer in place so that it doesn't crease, which means it's gonna like get into the lines under my eyes because everyone has those lines. I'm just going in with this ColourPop blush stick in the shade Hooked. I'm going to try to focus this blush towards the back of my cheeks instead of like, what is this called? The apple of my cheek. Next, I'm going in with this Tarte highlight stick in the shade Spotlight. With this, I just use my fingers. You could probably also use a sponge. I think that would look really nice. Just tap. I think it's picking up on camera. Hopefully you guys can see. It's like a nice subtle glow. And then I take a little bit and I put it on the top of my nose. Honestly, I have no idea how to do nose contour. And you'll see with my bronzer, I just do like the bare minimum. I wish I knew how to do that, but I don't. I'm gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I just use this like big fluffy brush. It's not the ideal shape for bronzer. I wish it was a little bit more like narrow this way so then I could really kind of use it as like a bronzer and a contour. But since I don't have a brush that shape, I just use this, and since it's fluffy, it kind of helps. It's not super dark, like even right now, you can't really see it, I feel like, at least. I can't see it in my mirror. I want to get like a darker shade, or I know like the butter bronzers by Physicians Formula are really good and also a lot cheaper. As you could see, I just kind of put it on my forehead. Just not even like for a contour purpose, just because I want that warmth to kind of carry through my entire face. And then I do a little bit here. And then I'm going to take this little brushy thing that was part of the Hoola bronzer. And literally, like I said, I don't know how to contour my nose. So I just going to take it and like run it along the sides and like brush inwards instead of outwards. For every day, I don't do an intense eyeshadow look. Unless if I'm really feeling it, but I just take a brush and dip it into my bronzer, and then all I do is just really, this is a super fluffy brush, so I just really like loosely blend this into my crease. I don't really care about precision or anything. It's just because I had that concealer on my eyelid, it kind of took away any natural shadow that I may have had, so I'm just kind of bringing that back with this. And it's nice that it's the same shade as my bronzer because it's all kind of cohesive. And then I also run it a little bit under my lower lash line. You could get like a more detailed brush to do that. I just could not be bothered to do that. I'm gonna take my mascara. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Voluminous Mascara. It is my favorite. If you guys have watched a lot of my videos, then you'll know I talk about this mascara so much. I think it's the only mascara that I've used for at least the past year, maybe 2 years. I have not even tried another mascara because this one is just so good. So why mess up something that's good? I don't really have a routine for this. I don't curl my eyelashes solely because I don't have an eyelash curler. If I had one, I would probably use one. My eyelashes are pretty long on their own, but they're just not curled. But because of the formula of this, I find that it kind of lifts them up anyways. But I'm just going to come up really close to the camera, or to my mirror, so you probably won't see what I'm doing, but we'll come back after. I think all that's left is lips. Usually I don't go in with anything because I'm just like drinking things and eating things, or if I'm wearing a mask, then that's just disgusting because it gets all over the mask. But sometimes I will do a little bit. But I'm just going to kind of line my lips. I don't overline them because honestly I don't even know how, and when I've tried it looks outrageous. Then sometimes I'll just take that blush that I went in with and I'll just take a little bit on my finger like that, and I'll kind of just tap it on the inside. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Champagne Glam. I really like this because it's like a brownie pink and it's super glossy. So I just put this on like the center of my lips. That is my finished makeup routine for everyday-ish. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to do more makeup videos, let me know. I actually have a makeup Instagram account which is called Makeup by Runalih. You guys can follow me there. I do a lot more like creative, colorful makeup looks on there. This channel has kind of just become like a mishmash of things that I like. So I sometimes do singing videos, sometimes I do lifestyle videos, sometimes I do beauty videos. I don't really know. But today we're doing a makeup video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so that you're actually notified. I sound like every other YouTuber, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Nonsense.